Nadeko to Nigerians, get ready to peacefully retake your country. Exactly. So what is happening now is that what I foresee, the same way the military hijacked Nigeria in the 80s and 90s is and then Nadeko came to support both at home and abroad to retrieve Nigeria from the hand of the military, is exactly what is about to repeat itself again. The cycle that we saw in the 80s and the 90s is what is repeating itself right now. And the only way to get Nigeria out of the hand of these corrupt politicians is by using the same Nadeko approach to get it off their hand. Okay, and I'm sure that is why Tinubu was then one of the champions of Nadeko. Now Nadeko is not in his hand again. He's trying to link Nadeko now to IPOB and the Igbos. Quite unfortunate situation we're in Nigeria. But I think Nadeko will be more determined to do something this time around. So let's see what they mean when they say get ready to peacefully retake your country. The National Democratic Coalition Nadeko, a pro-democracy group, has urged Nigerians not to lose faith in the system yet, saying it will be necessary for them to fail themselves if the nation's judiciary has failed. This was as it asked the citizenry to monitor the activities of the Supreme Court, even as the Apex Court prepared to deliver its ruling on the presidential election petition filed by various candidates of the different political parties in the February 25, 2023 presidential election. The executive director, Nadeko USA, Lloyd Uku, said this in a statement he signed and issued on Tuesday. According to him, as the ancient wisdom of Sun Tzu reminds us, a malevolent leader may destroy their own land just to maintain control over the ruins. Within the governmental framework, we find three vital branches: the legislators responsible for crafting laws, legislature responsible for crafting laws for the people, the executive tasked with executing the laws enacted by the legislature, and the judiciary entrusted with interpreting the constitutional laws and scrutinizing the executive's action. Crucially, the judiciary serves as the people's ultimate safeguard. Should the judiciary falter, the common man has no cause or no recourse but to seek divine justice, a remedy that arrives only after death. Abi? Consider this scenario. Passengers board a luxurious bus, air-conditioned bus, find it stranded on a slippery, muddy slope. Okay? Despite the driver's effort, the wheels of the bus spins fruitlessly. To free the bus, all occupants must abandon comfort, exert themselves to push the bus out of the mud physically and not rely on the mechanical force. He added, similarly, Nadeko implores the Nigerian people to step out of their comfort zones and rise to occupy and reclaim Nigeria should the judiciary falter. By the natural law of survival, the fourth branch of government is the people, also known as the common man. When the legislature, executive, and judiciary fail, the people must assert their authority and reclaim their nation, becoming the last line of defense to save themselves. Nadeko insists that the Nigerian people, as the common man, must prepare to reclaim Nigeria sooner rather than later. Thereafter, the country must be recognized, reorganized, restructured, and rejuvenated with all institutions reinforced. Nadeko calls on all Nigerians to closely monitor the Supreme Court, for as Jefferson wisely noted, the price of eternal vigilance is liberty. Nigerians must actively engage in safeguarding their freedom and democratic values. Together in unity and by voicing their demands for change, Nigeria can command respect and attention, securing the future they desire. That is it. So immediately we see that judiciary has failed, because obviously judiciary has failed. What we're about to see at the Supreme Court is just a shadow of what we have been seeing before now. So what Nadeko is saying here is that normally we know the three tiers of government: the legislature, the judiciary, and the executive, and their roles and responsibility in implementing or executing good governance. Okay, but the fact remains that when they fail, then the natural fourth arm of government, which is the people, also known as the common man, we need to, take their country by their hands. And the only way to do that is to occupy Nigeria. That is it. So what this man is saying is that Nigerians should closely monitor the activities of the Supreme Court in these last days and see exactly how they are going to mete out judgment during the hearing of the appeal filed by Atiku and Peter Obi. And should they fail Nigerians should be ready to get out of their comfort zone to take back their country by their hands. That is it. Take back your country by your hands. You understand? And that is what Nadeko is saying. And I just hope that Nigerians will be able to come out of their comfort zone this time around, because the tribal bigotry has gone to the extreme and the government is so nefarious and so bad that what they would do is that when there is a protest, they buy people to stage counter protest, and before you know it, they cause confusion, fight start, and before you know it, they deploy the military and security operatives to say that the strike or the whatever protest was ill-intended, and then they begin to arrest innocent people. They orchestrate evil things just to remain in power. I have never seen this kind of evil people in my life. Yeah? People just sit down to craft evil against the people of his country, the people that they are meant to lead, to protect, and to govern. They craft evil against them at night and met the evil out in the day. What an evil nation, I tell you. So, and it's going to be worse under this regime, because this regime has proven to be the worst ever in the history of Nigeria. That is the truth. This regime, we thought, like I said, we thought we had seen it all under Buhari. We never knew that we were not going to see anything. We had not seen anything. It's now we are seeing. And with the kind of people that have been positioned in power in this administration, it means that Nigeria is going to be worse even after this time, because the so-called president is putting people that have corrupt cases home and abroad in power. People who are ruthless, people who are heartless, people who for some reason do not have iota of human face in their brain. Okay, those are the people that are in power right now. And Tinubu is positioning people that will take after him, that first of all, they will not probe him, and secondly, they will do worse than he has done. They will plunder Nigeria and kill it. So the only way is to listen to what Nadeko is saying, is to get back Nigeria by yourself should the judiciary prove that they are part of this evil that is happening in Nigeria. That is it. That is exactly what it is. So thank you for listening, and let's have a comment.